I'm Laura.
I'm Katrina.
And welcome to Do It for the Bit. So, we have been in Girl Scouts since 1999.
Girl Scouts since 99.
We've been selling cookies since 99. That's for darn sure.
Selling cookies since 99. Earning badges since 99.
Starting fire since 99.
Starting fire since 99. A circle is round. It has no end. Since 99.
Bars since 99. That's what
Bars.
that is. But if you haven't guessed, today we're talking about Girl Scouts.
What was it like?
Yeah, what was it like?
What was it like? It was
Girl Scout culture.
Girl Scout culture.
Girl Scout culture. We've been Girl Scouts since as long as we can remember.
Yeah, I guess we both... So, Girl Scouts is a little bit different from Boy Scouts. Not that the general public knows much about either.
Yeah, there's just kind of like, it's a club to them.
It's a club.
But it's so different to us.
Yeah.
Like, when we're like, this is what it is.
Yeah. So with Girl Scouts, you start as a daisy, and then a brownie, and then a junior, and then a cadet, and then an ambassador, and then you're too old.
And then that's it, yeah. Ambassador's the last one, yeah?
Yeah. Or maybe it's ambassador and then senior or something. I don't know.
Senior, it's something like that.
At the end, they don't even make you change uniforms. They're just like, you're old.
They're like, you are wearing tan.
You're going to wear khaki.
And you're going to look fine.
And you're going to be fine about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because it's not a cute color anymore. You're not like a cute little daisy, a cute little brownie. No.
You're just like barely business professional, but you're wearing patches.
And you're wearing patches and you're wearing a tan vest.
Yeah. It's not a good look.
But you know what? It's fun.
It's fun.
Unlike because with Boy Scouts, isn't it like...
Boy Scouts, you have to earn your next rank.
Yeah, it's not...
Yeah.
It's not age.
It's not age-based.
Because with Girl Scouts, it's like, okay, once you're out of, like, I don't know, once you're out of, like, first grade or whatever, you're now a daisy or a brownie or whatever.
Yeah. So I joined whenever I was a brownie, so I was in elementary school.
Yeah, same.
And then Laura moved to...
I moved around a bit, and then whenever I moved to Houston... We were in the same Girl Scout troop, even though we went to different elementary schools.
Yeah, that was super alt of me. I joined a different elementary school's Girl Scout troop.
Mm-hmm.
And when we started, our Girl Scout troop had like 30, 40 girls in it.
There were so many people. It was so... Girl.
It was lit.
We had so many people, and it was also people in school who, like, you wouldn't hang out with.
Yeah.
Because they were, like, the popular girls.
Yeah, we had popular girls in our Girl Scout troop.
Girl Scout troop. And then whenever, like, we were at Girl Scout weekend, like, camping weekend, we were having so much fun.
So much fun. Like,
we were geeking out.
There was, I feel like cliques and, like, popularity and cutesiness, all kind of, like, all that stuff that happens in school when you're a little girl, kind of just, everyone was an equal whenever you're at a Girl Scout campout, because everyone is just cold, and doing silly activities together.
Yeah, we're sweeping togetr.
Girl Scouts is the great equalizer.
It is. Literally, it doesn't matter how cool you are in school, you are singing those songs with us on like, campout weekend.
You are singing those songs, and it's also, like, nice to see the girls, like, the popular girls that, like, teachers love and stuff, because they're so cute and stuff. It's really fun to see them, like, get too tired or too cold or something in the elements and see them break down.
Like, they're human.
Yeah, they're human.
Is that bad?
Is that bad? I think it's really funny. I think I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to be scared of these girls.
You're human.
You're human. We all get too cold. We all get too tired.
In, like, 5th grade.
We all get dehydrated.
In 5th grade, that meant a lot to me.
That meant the world to me. That helped a lot.
It did. I was like, okay.
I was like, all right.
See, yeah, you look cute in those little, like, leggings.
Yeah.
But also... It's 40 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Wear your sweatpants. Wear your jeans.
Yeah.
Wear your, like, your Walmart pants.
Maybe you're wearing Hollister in elementary school, and I'm wearing my brother's hand-me-downs, but we both get cold at the same temperatures.
So, who wins?
It's the great equalizer. But yeah, so when we started out...
Yeah.
I was an outsider to y'all's troop, and then you were also kind of an outsider because you just moved.
I just moved. It was 5th grade. I just moved, and, yeah, it was me and Katrina and our other best friend, Ray.
Yeah.
Her real name is Erica, but we call her Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were tight.
We were a good trio.
It was the 3 of us against the world. It still is, basically.
It still is, basically. But what was so fun, I mean, it was just, whenever you become friends, whenever you're in that, like, preteen, awkward little
really
funky.
like, yeah, really formative age.
Yeah, like no one's got a full brain. No one's got the right mix of hormones.
It's smooth brain.
It's smooth brain, and everyone's a funky little shape.
Dude, everyone looks weird.
Everyone looked weird. Like,
my hair was so frizzy all the time.
and you were so tall.
Okay, so if y'all don't know, I'm 6'1". Katrina's 5'10".
Yeah, we're already tall.
We're already
bitches.
tall. In looking back at pictures,
You were,
even with Katrina being tall now, I was tower. I was like a foot or a head above Katrina.
Yeah.
And she was a head above everyone else.
Yeah, so Laura was 2 heads at least above the average girl.
It was
at the tender age of 11.
like 10.
10, 11.
10. I was so young and so big.
So big. Which can be kind of the worst feeling in the world at times, which we've...
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Swimming parties.
Yeah. A preteen pool party is probably the most psychologically torturing event.
Only 3 things I really fear.
Yeah.
Chipping my tooth.
Yeah.
Okay, getting my car towed.
Okay, yeah.
And like a preteen swimming pool party.
Being a preteen at a pool party.
Literally.
Full of other preteens.
And like, but like being like a big girl.
Yeah.
Not even like just like a big girl. I'm taller than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was
So meeting each other when we're all our weird shape, I think was also really awesome.
It was nice. It was nice.
United front, because I also was a weird shape. My legs grew, and then my upper body didn't.
It's just kind of...
So, like, my elbows were, like, hanging down where my knees were. I was just an odd, skinny... Yeah, I was a weird shape. I still am, but, like, not as bad. But
I don't think you're weird shaped.
Well, anyways, we met each other when we were a weird shape, and everyone was trying to figure out being a preteen.
Yeah, being a human.
Being so awkward.
So awkward.
I know everyone already says this, but, like, everyone's like, I was so awkward and ugly in junior high and elementary stuff, but now, like, all these, like, girls look like they're, 17 at age, like, 12.
It's so true,
It's true.
though.
It's true.
Like, why...
Y'all missing out on the awkward girl phase.
The awkward... Where you use, like, $1 e.l.f. concealer that is way too orange for your skin tone.
Orange. Ugh.
And it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
But you're trying your hardest.
Drying.
You're trying your hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Man, being, like, ugly and, like, weird looking as a young child was so, like, freeing.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Because you have, like, like, real, like...
I really, like, leaned heavily into it. Like, not, like, embracing being ugly, but just, like, being like, well, I know I'm not making the cut on looks for a second. But I
just need a minute
I need a minute to get this to work itself out naturally.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So I just leaned into, like, being a goofball.
Yeah. No, my first picture on Instagram is of me, 12 years old, at your house.
Yeah.
When we were making mustaches.
Yeah, mustache cupcakes.
Mustache cupcakes.
Very 2012.
Very 2012.
Yeah.
And it was a chocolate mustache, and I put it on my face.
And you were sitting in my massage chair.
Sitting on your massage chair with my hair, a frizzy little halo around me.
Yeah.
The worst little acne skin you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's still up there. It's still funny.
It's still up.
And it was a Girl Scout event.
And you know what? That's history.
That's history. That is history.
That was a Girl Scout event I hosted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've been, so the troop started out with, like, 40 or so girls, a mix of some of the
more popular
girls with some of the most hyperactive, quirked up little weirdos.
Little weirdos you've ever seen in your life, man.
And it was really fun. It was so fun. Then we got into junior high, and they all realized very quickly that what we were doing was not cool.
Boo!
Which is fine.
Yeah, you know what?
You want to go do other things like cheerleading
NCO.
Or dance or, a very Southern National Charity League.
Yeah. Oh, is it really Southern?
NCO's a Southern thing. Because they do, like, the debutante, like, white dress type stuff. That's Southern.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Southern.
I remember one year they did, like, an NCL thing.
Yeah.
They had, like, an NCL tea party.
Dude, don't even get me started on those tea parties. I remember one of my neighbors on the bus ride to school.
Yeah.
She's telling me about how they had to buy a teacup for this tea party, and then they would take another teacup that they didn't buy and exchange teacups. And I was like, where's the charity in this?
That's a weird...
Y'all are just buying teacups for each other.
Yeah, there were, like... Southern tradition and then slapping like, oh, this is for charity on top of it. Like
Weird.
weird.
But anyway,
Don't mean to take a dig at ACL. If you want to go do other things,
live your life.
Live your life.
Do what you want to do.
I think Girl Scouts had way more value than those other
It
things.
was really fun. Because the thing is, you're being weird and you're not afraid. It's kind of like Comic-Palooza, where everyone's just like kind of like free to kind of like be like weird.
A Comic-Con is like kind of
like everyone's just like really like geeking out about geeky things.
Yeah.
And there's no shame because we're all having fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so like there were a lot of types of girls in
right.
art and like a troupe.
Yeah, once the popular girls realized that going camping and selling cookies and all that stuff wasn't really cute anymore, they felt like they had outgrown it, and they all left in junior high.
Mm-hmm.
And you got some of the weirder ones that stayed.
Yeah.
That being me and you.
Yeah.
But once the popular girls left, there are very specific types of girls who stay in Girl Scouts.
Yeah. So let's go through them.
You got
A.
Pyromaniac. They're
ready to set anything on fire.
They are lighting a fire if you aren't looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so funny.
It's hilarious.
Because you don't think those people are real. You think that, oh, that's like a Pixar movie character.
No. She's like, oh, we're making s'mores? Fire's already lit. You turn around, fire's lit. And you know what? There's another one over there. We're not camping over there.
Why did you put that out?
Put that out. And in Girl Scouts, you're supposed to have adult supervision whenever you play with fire.
Yeah.
Or whenever you make a fire.
Yeah.
Not with the pyromaniac.
Not with the pyro. And okay, there's different fire starters that we usually make before going on a camp.
Oh yeah, the
some of them
one?
are potent.
Yes.
And they would just like chuck, because okay, cardboard egg cartons, and then you fill them with dryer lint and like
lard or something.
Like an oil or something.
Yeah.
Those are good fire starters.
They would throw in like three or four, like their little like it was
like, that's never gonna burn out naturally. That's gonna take like 5 hours to burn out. Damn it!
You can't do that, dude.
Stop. We have a whole weekend. Now we're gonna cook food. Damn it! Like chill out.
Oh my gosh. So
also another one, Doritos are a good fire starter.
Doritos are a very good fire starter
because they burn very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's the Pyromaniacs.
Flavor your food too.
There you go. Cool Ranch Fire. Who wants it?
Who want me?
Me.
That sounds delicious.
But the other thing was they would waste fire starters, but then also they would if the fire started going down, they would just throw like dry brush into it, which is so dangerous.
You can't.
And it would just go whoosh. And we'd be like, oh my god.
But
go sit down.
Were we sometimes the pyromaniacs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's really fun to pick up dry grass and throw it into a big flame.
Just huge handfuls of grass.
And then just get a face full of heat because of your choices.
It makes you feel so like...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just very primal.
Yeah. The little caveman in all of us was like... Yeah.
Yeah. That was amazing.
So you have pyromaniacs. Mm-hmm. Those people, they're awesome. They're so funny. We had...
like two?
Two. Yeah.
Two.
Not naming any names.
No. And then we have the liars.
Yes.
We have like the
perpetual liar.
Perpetual, yeah.
So you have the liars.
They love to lie.
And not in like ways that are necessarily harmful to everyone else.
Or like bad.
Or bad. They just were addicted to not telling the truth. It's so funny to be around.
Head scratching, like, why?
Yeah. I'm
not mad. I'm just confused. I want to know why you had to lie about this. And
I think the perpetual liars of the group, sometimes they were annoying.
Yeah. It's like, we know.
You're not going to get a reaction out of me anymore.
Yeah. Because, girl, I know you're lying.
I know you're lying. But they're also some of my favorite people because these are people I don't interact with at school. We never cross paths. They're not in sports. They're not in the same classes as us.
They're just chilling.
They're somewhere else in school.
So we
only
went to a big school.
We went to a big school, and we'd only interact with these people in the wilderness.
Like either in the wilderness or if they showed up for a Girl Scout meeting.
Yeah.
Which towards the end of like our high school, like our Girl Scout career,
Yeah.
was not often at all.
Not
So we
often.
would just be in the woods, in the dark, with a liar and
With
a
a-
pyromaniac.
With a liar and a pyromaniac and very limited supervision.
Yeah.
Which is okay. It's really funny because the girls who get left who stay in Girl Scouts through high school.
Yeah.
They don't play sports
No.
usually. They're not super popular.
We did though.
But the two of us were like
We were pretty.
we would play sports. We
played
did like
sports. I was in theater.
lots of normal hobbies and stuff.
Yeah.
The girls that were left, they knew what they liked and they did what they liked.
Yeah.
And they knew who they liked and they stuck with who they liked.
Yeah.
And I love them.
Mhm.
They're so
It's like they're very much themselves, and they're like, I do not care
very much
what you
themselves
think,
and do not care.
and
Like-
it's really like refreshing to see.
It's refreshing to hang out with people who I think TikTok and stuff like they have like, oh, you weren't a weird girl, and then they like show a picture of them in elementary school and they're obsessed with like roaches or something. Like,
Yeah, it's like iconic. Love that,
I love that.
and I'm glad that you still love that in this like age of social media, and you're 18, and you're like, I'm still like,
Yeah.
that's
Like
my thing.
hanging out with what social media calls is like the weird girl aesthetic. Oh, you weren't a weird girl, weird girl. No, Girl Scouts, me and Laura weren't exactly those girls, but that was what was left of our troop.
Yeah,
And we never hung out with them except for maybe like
maybe like a
3
birthday party once.
birthday party or a camp out in the middle of winter because we only went camping in the
We
winter.
only went camping in the winter. Our Girl Scout leader said we were only going camping in the winter, which smart. I mean,
Because the cabins were empty.
cabins were empty, so it wasn't hard to get a cabin. And I think it was cheaper to do it in the
I
winter.
think it was cheaper. And also it's just like you don't have to worry about bugs really.
No, and it's not hot. In Houston, girl, it's humid, it's
Yeah.
hot. You're not going to have
Texas.
fun.
Yeah.
But
But also we would freeze our asses
we were
off.
so cold. But now, whenever it's like winter time, I'm
Yeah.
always like, man, I really want to go camping.
I want to go camping.
It's like Pavlovian, bro.
Yeah. But anyways, so Girl
Yeah.
Scouts,
So the weird girls.
weird girls. These were our friends.
We have pyromaniacs, liars,
Liars,
the weird girls.
weird girls who have their special interests.
And then I think it's just like the regular girls.
Yeah.
We're just kind of there.
We would just be like considered regular girls,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But to the average, like maybe within our own friend group, we were the weird girls.
Yes.
Yeah, perspective.
Yeah. It
Context.
just depends.
It depends on who you're around. And, Girl Scouts, when you're in high school, I think is probably you have to have a level of confidence
Oh, yeah.
to be like, hey, I'm a 16-year-old girl.
18.
Well, yeah, we
We
went
did
all
it.
the way to the 18.
We did it
You
till
age
we
out.
could, till we could not be a Girl Scout anymore.
Yeah, you age out at 18. But to be like in the middle of high school and you're
Yeah.
still awkward
Yeah.
and be like, hey, fuck it, you guys want to buy some Girl Scout cookies?
Mhm.
And you actually don't get judged
Yeah, people are
because
like,
people are like,
oh,
hell yeah, I want cookies.
yeah, I'll take 3 bucks with him. And so you're like, copy that.
Copy that.
Give me my, like, what, 12 bucks?
Yeah.
It's more expensive now.
When we started, it was $3.50.
It was, no, I thought it was like $3.25.
Oh
bro.
yeah, because whenever we first started, it was $3.25, which being a elementary school child and having to make change in front of adults
With $3.25?
when the price is $3.25, that is
I don't know anything.
psychological terror. Like,
And it's
oh
like,
my gosh.
why do I have to do this? And I'm trying to do math on like a napkin or whatever.
And
Oh,
and adults are so patronizing. They're like, okay, so what's my change? And
Yeah.
I'm like, if you didn't ask me, I could have figured it out.
I know, I'm like, give me a moment, man.
Give me a moment. I'm dealing with a lot of quarters.
Yeah, so like they're like trying to act like I'm a cute little girl. I'm 5 foot, staring at them in the eyes, 5th grade, and I'm like, I don't know what your change is.
I'll be honest.
I'm confused,
I'm
man.
confused, man. I'm working with a lot of
It's a lot of
coins.
coins.
And we're outside of Lowe's.
And it's
And it's cold. Like,
Girl,
Girl
it's
Scout.
so cold.
Bro, Girl Scout cookie season is.
During the worst time.
It is in the coldest months of the year.
It is January through what? March?
January through March. That is
January through February.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
cold.
Well, you had to deliver in March.
yeah, you have to deliver in March.
That is the coldest months of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And we're standing outside Lowe's, CVS,
CVS,
Kroger,
Kroger,
Walgreens.
Yeah, we were standing outside at a table, And me and Laura, because we were like overgrown children, like we were
lanky guys that were just tall and
so whenever we would
weird.
do cookie booths, whenever we were like elementary school,
it was funny. It was cute.
It was cute, and then we became preteens, and
it was a little weird.
It was a little weird. It was a little weird.
It's a little weird
because we just weren't cute anymore.
We weren't cute anymore.
It was two awkward shaped humans who were like snickering and giggling and
just
also
doing little shenanigans.
But also, okay, I don't know if people understand this. A cookie booth shift is an hour, and you can't sit, and you can't go in the store.
It was 2 hours.
Oh, you're right.
It was 2 hours.
It was 2 hours.
A cookie booth shift is 2 hours long.
Yeah, it's 2 hours long, and you can't go inside the store because then you're bothering the store.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful or whatever. You can go if you have to use the
bathroom. If you have to pee?
Yeah.
Fine.
You can go in and come right back out. Also, you have to be in uniform.
Yeah,
so you're wearing a little vest, which if it's wintertime, it's hard to put your uniform over your coat.
Yeah, so you put that coat on and you put that sash on.
And that sash,
it's tight.
It's tight, and the badges are itchy, and you have pins, so the pins
are pushing
and so
into you.
Your hair is catching, and like it's windy because you're outside and it's cold and it's dry, and it's like catching on your badges, and you're wearing a jacket, and it's just it's a fucking shit show. It's a fucking shit show.
Too much stuff on you.
Too much stuff on you.
And so
What the hell was that? Why did they make us do that?
And then you're like, let me go get your change. And you're trying to figure out the math.
And that's the other thing. Okay, so we're selling cookies outside these stores, right? For 2 hours. You're not, and also you're not allowed to sit down.
Yeah, you can't sit down.
There's no chairs. You don't even bring fucking chairs.
No, your parents can sit down.
Oh, your parents can
because you have to have one parent there.
Yeah. But, you set up the tablecloth. You make it nice. You set out if you were like a cool girl, she usually puts them in rainbow order.
You put those cookies in rainbow order. You make it so like there's like 4 of each cookie.
Yeah, because you have more boxes in your car or underneath the
table. You've you have the warehouse underneath the table.
Yeah, the warehouse is underneath the table.
And then the display shelf is the table itself.
Yeah, and you would always have like 4 of each kind of cookie out.
Because you have to make it look nice.
You have to make it look nice. But if you were the cool girl, she put it out in rainbow order. If it was me and I was with another weird girl who did not care about aesthetics at all, we would not put that shit in rainbow order.
No.
We would just put them out. Just throw them out.
If it wasn't in rainbow order, I was mad. I was so mad.
I love doing booths with you.
I was making that.
Like, this is a nice storefront.
I was cleaning up nice. I don't know if did I ever tell you how whenever I had to refill the boxes, I'd hold my breath?
What? Tragic OCD origin story. What happened?
So, whenever we would, I was thinking about this the other day because I was thinking about Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
And whenever we would sell a box from the top of the table, I would, and like you would need to refill it, and I had to like go down.
Would you pretend your head's going underwater?
I would pretend I was scuba diving.
Oh my gosh.
I would.
This is what happens when children run a business.
They should never let kids run a business. No, I would literally, like, when I was younger, in like 5th grade,
yeah,
I would like hold my nose. I'd be like, and I would like search for.
Okay, maybe we were weird girls.
I would look for like the box, and I would hold my breath, and if I couldn't find the box in time, I'd stand back up and go back down. Because I was like, I was really obsessed with sharks, and I was like, how long could I? And it just reminded me like I was scuba diving. I was like, I'm scuba diving right now, and
the Great Barrier Reef,
lemonades
and caramel delights,
and thanks a lot,
and shortbreads and peanut butter sandwiches and peanut butter patties and whatever the special weird cookie they have that year.
Yeah. So
that's ridiculous.
I would scuba diving. It was really fun. It was a very fun game I played.
You gotta entertain yourself if no one else will.
Yeah.
When you're working 2-hour shifts and you can't stand and you're a child and you're making change in front of adults and you're outside of Lowe's and it's 34 degrees out.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
And the thing is, you would have to like be really strategic about who you were with.
Oh yeah.
During what shift.
You gotta sign up with a friend.
Yeah.
Being 2 hours and running a business as a woman with someone you don't vibe
Getting
with.
your fucking ass up and working. In 5th grade.
In, like, 5th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
That's how I feel about, like, running my duct tape business in
5th
grade.
You have whatever you make in wallets.
Yeah, we did rose pens.
Oh, I think I remember.
I think you bought one.
I bought a rose pip from you.
Thanks.
I support local businesses, but more importantly, I support women.
Women.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You had to be real strategic about who you were signing up with. And
also,
I did a lot of double shifts.
I did a lot of double shifts too because I was racking up them cookie count numbers because you'd split how many you sold with the person you worked with.
Yeah.
I would rack them up. But also, you had to be strategic about maybe you vibed with the girl, but if you didn't vibe with her mom, you were stuck with her mom for 2 hours too. Yeah. And that sucks. But it would also be nice because the moms would get to talk to each other and have fun. Yeah,
they could socialize.
And they didn't have to do anything because we were literally required to do all the work. What was scary was, and I didn't think about this until a little bit later, was that we were very young, very small, and very women. And we had a lockbox of cash sitting on the table because that's where the business was done. We could have gotten robbed so easily. That box is not that heavy.
Towards the end, I think that we started using like little things.
Money belt.
Yeah, money belts.
Yeah, because the lockbox, because people were getting robbed.
Yeah. Do you remember that HEB?
What about it?
Whenever we were in there, and that guy came in. And
oh my
he
God!
Was yelling at his
Oh my God! There was a custody battle happening right by our cookie booth.
We were by the.
That was one of the last cookie booths we did.
Yeah, because we were old. We were old.
Oh my God!
We were set up at an HEB, which if you're not in Texas, it's a grocery store. It's the best grocery store.
Best grocery store.
There we are. We're at our little cookie booth, and we're at the exit this time.
Yeah.
I think. Usually we're at the entrance, but I think we were at the exit this time. And you have to be strategic about where you put your cookie booth too.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to carry cookies on their way in.
Yeah.
So you got to do it on the way out.
Yes.
But this guy came in and he was yelling. He was really mad.
And he was running into the exit.
Yeah, he was running in through the exit. So we were like, "Girl, something just felt hanky."
Yeah.
And we were trying to hear what was going on because people were coming out kind of freaked out.
Yeah.
And we were like, "What's going on?" And was it a custody battle?
Because he starts. I remember him grabbing like a young boy by the arm.
Yes.
And yelling and kind of like marching out.
Oh.
It was. Oh my God.
That was scary.
That was a scary one we witnessed.
Just because it was like sad.
It was sad. Yeah. We also witnessed a lot of weird shit. Doing one of them. I think it was me and you. It may have been me and someone else.
Okay.
But we were outside of Walgreens.
Okay.
And this woman wouldn't stop talking to us. Like, she wouldn't go away. And she just went into graphic detail about this penis-shaped cake that they made for a bachelorette party.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I think it was me.
And she showed a picture to, like, my mom and your mom, I think.
Yeah.
And, like, and then she made us close our ears, and I could just hear her talking about, like, so we used, like, licorice for, like, the hairs on the balls. I remember that. And, like, we put a little bit of whipped cream and some, like, red veins and going into graphic detail about a penis cake in front of, like, 2 13-year-olds.
Girl.
And we were like, please go away, ma'am. So, yeah, we would run it. And also, sometimes men would be weird to us. Though, okay, men wouldn't be weird in, like, a creepy way, but they'd be weird in, like, all right, what's my change? It's like, don't be patronizing,
yeah, they like,
asshole.
Kind of, like, look down. I just remember, this was before I went to Houston. This is when I still lived in Austin.
Yeah.
I was like in 3rd, 4th grade, and I was outside like a gas station, like a Walgreens with my friend or with my other like troop member, and I remember this old lady came up to us, and she like looked at us with such disdain, and I was like, what? And she was like, shame on you, shame. And I was so scared. And she like, you like whenever like people do that?
Yeah.
She did that to us.
Why?
I don't know. And we were like, do you want a cookie? And then she was like, shame. And she like, whenever she came back out, she was like I was so confused. I was like, what happened?
I mean, the closest we ever get of real animosity is like, well, we were also selling cookies kind of at the height / tapered end of diet culture. So moms would just be like kind of say snarky stuff at us.
Yeah, I mean,
be like, yeah, I guess. And they'd actually be, like, really mad at themselves while buying cookies. I'm like, girl, you gotta relax. It's 1 box of cookies. You're gonna be okay.
And it's gonna taste good.
It's gonna taste good. And she's like, and they would, the moms who would, like, try and justify and also tell us where they're gonna store the cookies and be like, I'm gonna put these in the freezer so I don't touch them. And no.
Yeah. I'm like, girl, I don't need to know this.
You look fine. You look like maybe you need a nap.
Like,
you don't worry about a couple cookies.
Like, cookies are fine.
Relax. And also, it's going to a good cause.
Yeah, 1 or 2, fine, girl, you're chilling.
Yeah.
It's a cookie.
It made me kind of sad.
It was sad.
There are a lot of moms that would, like, just get mean about themselves.
Because they were,
right in front of us.
Yeah.
Which is sad as a young woman.
Because we're children. We shouldn't.
We were young women, and mom's coming up to us like,
I don't want to buy cookies.
I don't want to buy cookies. Curse you guys.
Yeah.
I need these. God.
I completely forgot about that. But no, that's so true. People would be mad.
Our moms weren't like that.
No, they were chilling.
They were not. They were like, if you are hungry, you should eat.
And if you are not hungry, you should not eat.
Yeah, and if you are craving something, it's better to eat your craving.
Yeah.
So you don't fill up on other stuff.
Really?
Because your body needs something that you're craving.
Yeah.
Cravings are a natural thing. But
really healthy approach to eating.
Yeah, which I think Girl Scouts also teaches a lot.
Except for that one time.
Hey, we'll get to that. That was one incident.
There was one incident.
If we didn't have
such like healthy habits already.
Yeah, we had very healthy looks on food. But no, I remember that was not upsetting. I mean, it is upsetting, but I remember being like, oh, here we go again. Like, because the mom would, like, she would stop her cart. She'd make a big show of it. She would roll her eyes and sigh. Mm-hmm. And she'd be like, oh, I should not be doing this. This is shame on you guys. Like, I'm buying these cookies. This is, like, my one guilty pleasure every year. Mm-hmm. I'm like,
it's like, you should have more than one
pleasure. Like, just...
And, like, what's that Pink quote? It's like, someone asked Pink.
I'm not guilty about my pleasures.
Yeah, she's like, what's your guilty pleasure? She's like, I'm not guilty about any of my pleasures. I was like, ooh, that's hard.
Fire.
Very nice, Pink.
Thanks, Pink. But, yeah, I remember that was a weird thing.
Yeah.
Was diet culture moms buying cookies from us.
Yeah.
And also, it was really funny making a, like, 11-year-old make change when... 1 box of cookies costs $3.25. You're dealing with a 3 already, nightmare.
Rough.
Dealing with a quarter, oh my god.
That was rough.
And then, that was. But then it went up to $3.50, and then whenever we left, it was $4. I'm sure they are more.
Oh, I think it's $4.50 now.
Good God.
Which is a lot, but you know
That's
what?
A lot. Inflation.
It is good.
Inflation hurts us all.
It hurts us all. And now it's like. If you're like, oh, I don't have any cash, they're like, oh, we'll take Venmo. Or like they take
we aged out right before credit card and Venmo type things. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine selling Girl Scout cookies at a booth and flipping around the iPad
ask for a tip? Bro. No, because there are Girl Scouts. Whenever we were in college, there were Girl Scouts who would be
on college campus.
On college campuses. Right outside our co-op.
Yeah.
Right on Guad. And we were like,
they know they're tired and got munchies.
They know.
That's strategy. That's business.
Smart.
That's learning
smart.
business.
That's business. Yeah. That is business.
We became business-minded women at the very young age of awkward and
silly.
And we never forgot it. But also, I remember whenever we were not cute anymore, we were like awkward preteens, and we would take when we would finish selling like a full cardboard box full of cookies.
Yeah.
We would take the cardboard box, and it had, like, the label of what cookie used to be in it, and we'd wrap it around our bodies.
Yeah, we would, like, shimmy into it.
Yeah, and then we'd bang on our chest, and we would talk in, like, an Australian accent and talk about our washboard abs.
Yeah, our washboard abs.
And would you believe that did not attract customers?
Except that one guy. Remember, he was like, oh, this is funny.
Yeah, there was one dad that was like, you girls are silly and funny, and we were like, we know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you know what I just remembered? Dude, oh my gosh. We were selling cookies. It was so cold. We were inside that little room in Kroger.
Inside a little room in Kroger.
You know, like
oh my god. I know what you're talking about. That's so funny. My mom was so out of pocket.
We're like 13, I think.
13 or 14.
We're young. We're either freshmen or about to be freshmen in high school.
I think we're Because I think we were working on our bronze award.
Yeah, we were busy. We were
Yeah.
getting some award.
Yeah.
And both of our moms are with us, and there are these kids. There's this one kid.
They were teenagers.
Yeah,
They were definitely older than us.
They were like 17 probably,
17.
maybe 18.
Yeah.
And one of the kids like gets a cart and runs and then hops on it, so like his feet are on like the bottom shelf.
But the cart is empty. There's no counterweight.
Cart is empty, so homeboy goes. Does he fall on his back?
No, his front torso and face go into the cart, and the cart swings upwards, so they just like clap together.
Oh my gosh.
And he just absolutely eats shit.
It was so funny.
And his friend starts laughing at him in front of us, and we were just standing there not knowing what to do.
I laughed.
I do think I also laughed.
And then they walked into the store.
They went away, and my mom,
she like turns to Katrina,
and she's like, "I think those guys liked y'all." And we're like, "What are you talking about? He just ate shit in front of us." And then she's like, "Yeah, like guys do like silly stuff to impress girls." And I was like, "No, he literally just fell and hurt himself."
Yeah, we were like, he was just being dumb.
And also, we're selling Girl Scout cookies.
And we are 13.
If he's flirting with Girl Scout cookie sellers, he's gonna catch a charge. Like, what is, like, no one is flirting with anyone selling cookies.
That is, it was just
high risk, no matter how old they look.
No. And then, oh my, like, it was just so, she was just so serious. She was like,
My mom,
I think
reach of the century.
She was like, I think they have a crush on you.
Yeah.
I think they have a crush on you.
And I was like,
let me break the
Mom.
news. I think they have a crush on you.
See, that worldview, I think, later on, she's like, how come, like, you don't, like, you know, why don't you clean up with the boys? I was like, I don't think you understand how anything works. Like, at all.
Bro, I don't even want to talk about dating right now. But, yeah, that was just so funny. But anyway.
Yeah. So Girl Scout cookie booths, you know, you had to split the, so you'd sell, and then you'd sit in the car after the cookie booth. That was the other thing. That was, you'd do your 2-hour shift, and then you pack it all up, go sit in the car, and then you count all the money, make sure you got all the money, and make sure it matched with how many cookies you sold, which that's a lot of mental labor to do after you're a child in the cold for 2 hours.
I think usually, like, my mom was like, I'll take care of this.
Oh, my mom made me do it. She would check my work, though. And there were times where I was like, yep, it's good, and I hadn't done it, but it just lucked out that it was good, because, you know, we did our job. But, you'd also count, at the very least, you get in and you count up how many you sold. And then you would split that with the person you worked with. Yeah. So I did a lot of door-to-door selling, because all the sales went to me. Yeah. I think this was sort of like my origin story of either doing a lot of work or just, like, you know, whatever, and then not reaping the rewards and watching everyone else go have fun. Like, this has happened several times in my life.
This has.
But I didn't even, okay, what happened was we had a troop meeting, and we
did a troop meeting before every.
Yeah, we made sure we did a troop meeting at the top of, well, they used to be like weekly anyways, but we do one that was specifically we're about to start cookie season meeting. And our troop leader had us write on a Post-it note, because she was teaching us the importance of writing your goals down.
Love.
Great.
Manifesting.
Wonderful. And so she was like, everyone write down a number on a Post-it note and then sign your name and give it to me of how many cookies you're going to sell. And I
want to say I wrote 200.
Yeah.
I was like 260. That's pretty solid.
That's a great goal. And that is achievable. That's manageable.
Very, very achievable goal.
For some reason, I think she kind of, like, I don't know. I think for some reason she kind of ticked me off or something. I don't know what happened. I think I was being, like, I was joking around, and she told me to, like, sit down and be quiet and write down my goals. I'm 11, by the way.
Yeah.
And I was being an asshole, and I wrote down 586, which is an unrealistic goal. It, like, usually the top seller might break 500 in a Girl Scout troop.
400, 500.
400, 500. That's a lot of cookies to sell, you know, because average person might buy 2 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people you're selling to.
Mm-hmm.
So I was being an asshole, and I wrote down 586. And she's like, I asked for you to write realistic goals. And I was like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. 586. And I think my mom was kind of also going to teach me a lesson, because I was like, I told her I wrote down 586. And my mom was like, okay, do it. And I was like,
What?
And I was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. I got to 586 by going door to door in my neighborhood.
Slay.
I didn't, and also, okay, a lot of girls would give their cookie sheet, like the fill out form to buy cookies, would give it to their parents, and then their parents would pass it around at work.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone at work would buy, like, you know, 20 boxes or some shit.
That was my move. Because the thing is, my mom had a big office.
Yes.
One time.
Hey, it brings in dough for all of us.
Brings in dough. One time, the security guard, I said that I wanted to sell 20 boxes or something. And just in general. Yeah. This is when we were old. I just wanted 20 boxes.
Yeah, our goals got much smaller as we got older and less cute.
Yeah, and so, but then he thought it meant 20 people fill out the list on the sheet.
That's so slay.
Fethi, he was so nice.
Fethi.
He went to every single person in the office, was like, Celia's girl is selling Girl Scout cookies. She wants to sell 20 people.
That is so sweet.
So I got a lot because of him. He was an OG. He was a real one. I love that guy.
That is really sweet. See, my mom wouldn't let me do that because she believed it was a cop-out.
Yeah, nope.
Maybe my mom was, like, kind of hardcore. I'm realizing. But she was like, that's a cop-out. That girl is not, like, making those sales. You need to learn how to make sales. You're going to hit the pavement. You're going to hit every door in this neighborhood. If they don't answer, write down their address, and you're going to go back. And you're going to keep going until they answer the door. Like, go back a different day at a different time.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I reached my goal of 586. But both me and my mom had reached some sort of, like, I don't know.
Like, point,
like this, like, just this addiction of, like, there's this point of no return. We're like, why stop here? There's other neighborhoods.
Yeah. So my mom,
it is so cold outside. My mom drove me to other neighborhoods, and I hit all of those neighborhoods. And then
you were encroaching on other people's like
territory.
Area.
Yeah,
that's rough. That's rough.
I'm sure there are other troops who did not get a fun little trip that year because I took their neighborhood. Which I'm sure there's a joke about drug dealers somewhere in this, but basically I encroached on other people's turfs, and I went into other neighborhoods. I knocked on the doors, and I sold over 1,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
Which is very rare. There's a little club for it, and they had a meeting, and I won a Nook. A Nook was a bad Kindle. You got a Nook?
I got a Nook out of it.
Did you ever use it?
No, it was really hard to use.
Oh, man. That's rough.
If it had been a Kindle, oh my god, I would have loved a Kindle.
Yeah, we're big readers, so.
Yeah. Oh god, that would have been awesome. No, I won a Nook. And you know, I hit a technological odd year. If I had been earlier, I could have gotten like an iPod Touch or something.
Yeah.
If it had been later, I could have gotten like probably
a
Kindle or, you know, like a mini iPad or something. No, I had a weird year and I got a Nook.
That sucks.
They don't even make those anymore, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nook and Kindle were battling it out, and Kindle got bought by Amazon and won. So, anyways, so I sold 1,000. But the thing is, when you sell door to door, you take their order down.
You gotta go back.
But whenever you go, you don't give them the cookies whenever they put their order down. You gotta go collect the money and give them the cookies, like a month later.
Yeah.
So all those houses I hit, with all of their addresses, all their names, and their order, I had to package them up and deliver them and collect the money.
Which is a lot.
That's a lot.
Let's say it's $4. That was like $4,000 you're just carrying around.
Yeah. Like, I had to do that, and the thing was, you know, I'm a child, so I'm not driving. My mom would just drive from, like, kind of like, you know, every so many 100 yards, and I would just go down the street and catch up with her, and then she'd drive a little bit further. Because it was winter, though, and she had a big vehicle. Her battery was starting.
I remember this.
Yeah, her battery was starting and stopping, and it was cold. and she wasn't driving a lot in between starting and stopping, her battery died.
Yup.
And so then, I'm just stranded in a neighborhood that's not mine. I'm freezing my ass off. I'm carrying a lot of cash on me, and car's dead. My mom's yelling at me because she's like, "You're gonna learn how to jumpstart a vehicle. This is a good lesson." And I'm like, "I'm already building so much character. Please, I don't want to do this anymore."
Did I come over for that?
I think you were there.
I was there.
You were there.
Because I remember, wasn't your dad there too?
Yeah, I remember my dad was also yelling. You know,
It was a lot going on.
Remember, like, when parents get, like, like, all the jokes about your dad yelling at you to hold the flashlight still?
Yeah.
It was that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was cold, and I was carrying cash.
And we were wearing safety glasses.
Yeah, because my parents were like, "Oh, let's just do the full thing."
Yeah, we didn't learn anything.
Like,
they were like, "Okay, here's the wire,
like,
here's the other wire."
If they were teaching a lesson, they were not teaching a realistic way to do things. They were teaching the safest, like, the most extreme way to do things.
So I think we were wearing, like, gloves and
safety glasses.
Safety glasses.
Which is ridiculous.
Because why is that on hand?
What? Girl.
I know why it's on hand.
Our mom, hardcore. Anyways.
She's safe.
She's safe. If I was going to build character, I was going to build it the right way.
The right way.
Like OSHA violation, like,
yeah,
kind of way.
OSHA violation, no, not here.
Not here. Absolutely not. I was going to build character and be OSHA safe.
And that's amazing.
That's awesome. As an 11-year-old girl.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I sold 1,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies. So that's a lot of money. Ooh, a lot of money.
Ooh.
What do we do with the money? Oh, well, we get to go on a trip.
Okay.
Oh, yay, we go on a big trip.
A big trip.
Oh my gosh, Katrina sold, we got $4,000 from just one girl. Oh my gosh, we go on a big trip funded by our hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where do we go? New Orleans.
Oh my god, wait. Y'all went to New Orleans one year that I sold a lot, but the first one was actually San Antonio.
Was it? I thought we used to do
because y'all went to Six Flags and y'all went to the Time Machine restaurant.
I passed by the Magic Time Machine a lot, and I still think about it. So the first. So you sold a lot of cookies.
The $1,000 ones that I funded that super fun trip.
Yeah.
Oh, also, whenever we go on these trips, we were in charge. Like, the girls had to budget.
We budgeted how much we'd spend for
meals,
food, activities,
lodging. If it was safe, all that stuff. Yeah. So they all went to San Antonio. Yay. I believe y'all went to Six Flags.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't really remember that trip very much. I just remember the Magic Time Machine.
And then Magic Time Machine restaurant, which is like a themed fun restaurant where Jack Sparrow brings you fries and screams at you where the bathroom is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, everyone's dressed up in character.
Yeah.
And, like, we got Marilyn Monroe over there and, like...
Which would have been awesome as an 11-year-old girl.
It was a very cool trip.
Shut up! So I basically funded this super fun trip for everyone to go on. I was a hero. I was a god. And I also was playing volleyball, like, outside of school. And I'm not, like, passionately, just because I was in a sport. Because that's what you do whenever you're a kid. You play a sport. And my mom's like, "No, you made a commitment." Okay, so it was
safety, learning lessons, and commitments.
So the trip was set for a weekend. Before I had my volleyball schedule or whatever, and then it turns out I had a volleyball game, like on a Saturday or something, and that was like right smack in the middle of the trip. I was like, "Oh, that sucks. I'm going to miss that volleyball game." But oh well, I guess, at least I'll get to reap the fruits of my labor and go on this fun trip that I funded.
With my friends.
With my friends that I love so dearly. That would be so cool to go on a trip with my friends as an 11-year-old that I worked so hard and paid for. And she's like, "Nope, you made a commitment to your team. You're going to have to miss the trip." And I was like, "What? What?" And so I didn't go on the trip. I funded it though. I learned lessons and business and how to jumpstart a car. And I also think I helped budget that trip too. I remember the meeting where we put together the
like, if we eat out, this is how much it's gonna cost. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fun. And then that happened again.
That happened again.
Not 1,000 cookies, but still a
Still
lot.
like 600 or something.
And we went to...
And y'all went to New Orleans.
We went to New Orleans. I don't remember what we did in New Orleans. I remember
y'all rode bikes.
We rode bikes. We wanted to do a ghost tour. I was like, guys, we need to do a ghost tour. We need to do a ghost tour, and we did like a spooky-ish tour. But it was during the middle of the day.
Lame.
Because people were scared. I was like, grow up.
Lots of Girl Scouts are scared of like act like little girls, and you wouldn't think they would based on the fact that
they're
like,
weird.
They're weird. They're weird girls and pyromaniacs. But then like you take them in a haunted house and they freak out.
Oh my god. Yeah. So it was that New Orleans was fun.
I don't remember why. I think it was also sports related. She's like, no, you made a commitment, you can't go. I was like,
yeah,
so that was lame.
But there was one of the more fun like locations we went to that wasn't like crazy was a Galveston one.
Right. Okay. So this one wasn't. This was a normal camp out.
This was a normal camp out, not a big trip.
Not a
just
trip,
a normal camp out.
Yeah, not a cookie funded trip.
And for Galveston, it was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And we
there's a Girl Scout.
There was like a cabin beach house. And when we say beach house, we mean there's a floor.
There's a bare bones structure that's near the beach.
Yeah, in Galveston, because of all the hurricanes and stuff, all the houses are on stilts. They're all like 15-ish feet in the air on stilts. And there's just like it's literally just like a room.
It was just it had a concrete floor and then like wooden walls.
And I think there was a TV on wheels there.
No, it wasn't TV. We brought a projector with us. There's nothing in the room.
There it was.
There's nothing. It was an empty room. There was no furniture.
No, there were beds. There were cots.
No, we slept on the floor.
Did we?
Yeah, we slept on the floor.
I thought we slept on cots.
No, we slept on the floor.
Either way, it's not. You didn't sleep comfortably.
No, it's like okay. When we say cabin, or
we just
beach
mean
house,
shelter.
If it is a Girl Scout location, it is bare bones.
It is a room that you can put your stuff in and sleep in
at night. You're not supposed to be there during the day because there's nothing there for you.
There's nothing there for you.
No source of comfort. And then, okay, so underneath the house, there was a bare bones kitchen that was basically outside. And then a basically outside bathroom downstairs underneath the stilts. So.
This one, I feel like we threw this trip together pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because usually our campouts had themes. Like, we had, like, a bacon weekend.
We did have a bacon weekend, a superhero weekend.
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
But this one was just kind of like, we were just like, oh, let's just go to Galveston.
It was literally, like, 6 girls and, like...
Because we were old at this point.
We were older.
We were, like, 16.
And I think this was our fall nut and chocolate money.
Oh,
fall product.
Fall product.
Yeah, definitely not as catchy as cookies.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's fall, we're selling product.
Fall product.
Girl, let some of these girls in on the marketing team. This is ass.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Yeah, but we just had a leftover chunk of money, and we're like, okay, we have enough to budget to go to Galveston for a weekend. And then our troop leader was like, they have a Girl Scout house in Galveston.
So we're like, perfect.
It's not much money a night. And we're like, okay, let's go.
And we went, and... We
went during not spring break.
It was really cold.
I think it was during spring break actually, because we were scared we were gonna run into like college boys and stuff.
Oh, that's so funny. Of course we were scared.
It was so cold. There was no one there. It was
really cold. It was really cloudy that weekend, and we went to we went to like a.
We went to the Strand.
We went to the Strand, which is kind of like the little touristy street area in Galveston.
That's where they got the saltwater taffy.
The King's, bro. If you're in Galveston, go to La King's, get some saltwater taffy. It's so good.
And some other candy.
Mm-hmm. Lots of candy, but saltwater taffy.
Yeah, lots of other candies.
You know, you're in the sea. But we went to this hybrid haunted house and pirate maze. What even was that?
I don't know. You were supposed to look for clues to fill out like a name,
like a little.
Then you get the treasure. I don't know.
It was like a pirate kind of.
It was borderline disrespectful.
It was weird.
So for those of y'all who don't know your Texas history,
what?
Which is most of everyone.
If you're not from Texas,
you didn't grow up in Texas. There was a storm
In the 1900s.
In the year 1900, the Great Storm of 1900, aka a hurricane, but they didn't know things back then, like germs and storms.
Yeah.
So there was a hurricane that hit Galveston.
And it was devastating.
It completely wiped Galveston. Galveston was set up to be like the New York of the South.
Yeah,
at the time.
like,
it was really bustling and hot stuff. This storm wiped out like basically all the buildings, all the infrastructure, and most of the people.
Yeah, it was
a killer.
Deadly. It was bad.
So
that's why now all the houses are on stilts, and there's a lot of like dams.
There's a seawall.
There's a seawall.
They lifted the city up, but there's all these like kind of like ghost tours and this building's haunted type of stuff, and they actually are like historical markers around that talk about the storm of 1900.
Yeah.
So we go into this place on the Strand, and
I feel like we just happened upon this place.
We did happen upon it. We're like, let's go in.
Yeah.
We go in, and there is actually like a real wooden beam that's a part of the original structure, and it's in the photo that is shown. And in the photo, it is bodies stacked from floor to ceiling.
It is full of
it is
bodies.
It
was a morgue.
Yeah, it was a black and white photo of a destroyed building with this one wooden beam that's still there, and it was just full of dead bodies. And that was like a picture that was in there. Yeah. And then you look behind it, and they had set up a half, like you could go in one room, and it was the pirate maze room.
Yeah, the pirate clue room,
which you had to pay like $5 to go in.
It was like an escape room almost.
Almost like an escape room, yeah. But not scary.
Yeah,
or
not scary.
If you turn left, you can go into a haunted house.
That was haunted by the ghosts of those who passed away
in the storm of 1900.
And as someone who loves ghosts.
Right. And you had to pay $10 to go into either one or something like or $5 a head or something.
Yeah. Or you could do like a deal or whatever.
Yeah. And also the haunted house was run by one guy. Okay, well, first of all, so we get in there, we see that, and I'm like, well, I want to do this. Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to do this, but I want to hang out with Laura. I'm not going in the lame pirate maze.
Yeah, so we decide, okay.
I already thought this was not just because I was like, oh, I've never been in a haunted house before. This might be scary. It was more of it was in bad taste. I was like, this is corny and borderline unethical.
It was a little in bad taste.
Like, what psycho in a historical marker that is marked for being a temporary morgue full of bodies? Like, hey, it's haunted. I could capitalize off of this and make it spooky. Business-minded individuals.
We learned business in Girl Scouts.
Business.
But I'm like, okay, let's do this. So we go into the haunted house. He starts it all off. He's like, okay. He's like telling the lore of like how we got to this haunted house or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember
locked us in this room with lots of fake wallpaper.
Wait, first of all. Yeah, he locked us in the room and he was like, someone came. Sorry.
Hey, yo.
That made me laugh. He was like, I don't remember what he said. Oh, he was like, this woman died, but she has your eyes. And he pointed at me. Yeah. And I was like, okay, slay. I remember I was like, it was supposed to be like scary. And I was like acting for him to be scared. Yeah. But I remember I was like, why'd you pick me though? I was like, am I that like, okay, pick me.
Yeah.
And
pick me girl in the haunted house.
Literally.
Awesome. Also, whenever we got in this room and he started doing the theatrics and setting it all up for us, there was no one else in this haunted house.
No one came or went.
No one came or went. It was completely empty.
In like
it was
the entire
just
hour.
Because it was not Halloween. It was just a day.
Yeah, it was like
I think
March.
it was spring break. And also I thought there were gonna be other actors in the thing. I didn't know it was gonna be him running behind behind walls and scaring us as we went through the maze.
See, usually in like a regular haunted house, there's a group of actors
that are
people
stationed.
Chasing you. They're stationed, like they have their thing. He was the host. He was making like the animatronics work.
He was triggering the buttons. He was manually as we went along.
He was pushing stuff out of the walls to scare us.
He was slamming things.
Yeah, towards the end we were like, it was just more like scary and abrupt that it was scary. It wasn't like I was scared of the event. I was just like
more of like it was us versus him.
Yeah,
it was not the house that was the issue.
He was just like doing whatever to make us scream, but it was like really fun. And then our one friend got really scared. So there was like this one long hallway, and it had almost like punching bags coming down, but they were body bags.
They were full of mannequins. They were hanging from the ceiling. And
Yeah.
I will say that was the scariest one,
Mhm.
only because we just started, and I thought that there was going to be
I thought they were
people
gonna twitch
jumping out.
and move.
I thought one of them was going to be like an animatronic and
Yeah.
twitch and scare us, but they were all just hanging.
They were all just
mannequins.
kind of hanging there.
Yeah.
But our one friend was really, really scared by this.
She hit the
And she
ground.
she curled up in a little ball, and she's like, I want to go home.
And we're like,
and we're like, we gotta go. Like
we're already in here. We can't go back.
And she's like, no, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I want to go home.
I want to go home.
I want to go home
I
right
want to
now.
go home right now.
I want to go home right now.
And I literally turned to her and I was like, we are in Galveston. We
Yeah.
don't live here.
I'm
There is
like-
no home.
I'm like, we can't. Like, I just remember thinking, I was like, what do you want us to do?
What do you want us to do?
Like, there's literally no way forward, like, no way out except just go forward.
There are no people in this building except for us and,
And
that
him.
guy. And he's in the walls. There's no exit.
Like,
we have to go
just
through.
go straight. And she was like, and then, like, she was like, I'm serious. I want to go home. I'm like,
And
cool.
also,
Like, what do you want me to do, man?
this is like one of the like goofier people in the troop.
Yeah.
So to see her immediately break down into her basic instincts of I want to go home, like basically like I want my mommy, I want to go home. I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell is happening? I don't know how to help this.
It was so weird. But then we got through it.
We got her off her knees.
Yeah.
We got her up. We ran through it. Oh, and there's also this
the doll.
The doll. If we saw the doll
If
narrative,
we saw a doll, there was like in the beginning lore, he was like, if there's a doll with red eyes,
you just
you
have
have
to
to
say
look at it
say,
and point and say, no,
and it'll leave you alone. But then we just ran through the entire
Yeah, we
haunted
didn't really
house
like.
screaming and yelling no at anything that moved.
But then it did come.
It
It did pop out at anyone else except us,
Yeah, that's true. And we did yell no.
and we were like, slay.
And we got
And then
out
we
of there.
left.
But that was super funny because of just how unethical the setup is that they've
Yeah.
made this cheap haunted house run
Yeah.
by a one man.
One man show.
That guy, put
He
him
was
on
a
Broadway.
theater kid.
Put him on Broadway.
Yeah.
He's serving.
And then we did the pirate thing, and that was fun and whatever.
Yeah.
And then because we're in Galveston, we're doing pirate stuff. Okay, so we watched the Curse of the Black Pearl.
We did watch Curse of the Black Pearl. That was really funny because I was obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean for
Oh my gosh.
no reason in junior high.
No reason. I'll give you one reason. Actually,
well-
I'll give you two reasons.
Well, okay.
I'll give you two reasons. You got one reason.
yeah. You had two reasons.
I got two reasons.
Their names are
Keira Knightley
and
Orlando Bloom, bitch.
And like these movies have been out for almost 10 years at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I was just like, my sexual awakening is purely based on William Turner.
William Turner.
Turner was basically all I was looking at the age of 12 through 14.
Because he was in your
These
room.
movies are from 2005. And I was like, oh, this is nice. They don't got these anymore.
They don't make him like this. But so anyway, so we're watching that movie, and I just remember we're really tired and stuff.
We're so
and
tired.
Katrina and I are sleeping next to each other,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like watching the movie. I love watching movies. I'm watching the movie, and
Slay.
Katrina's like, I'm really tired. And then she's like, and then she taps me, and she's like, can you wake me up whenever Will Turner gets whipped?
Because in the second one, he's on the Flying Dutchman as like a prisoner
Yeah.
with all the fish people
Uh-huh.
and his dad. And he gets in trouble, and they start whipping him. They rip his shirt off and start whipping him. And me, also me and Laura grew up in a very like Christian conservative.
Girl, we
shel-
taught
not
Bible
shelter.
study.
We
like,
taught Bible like
like,
that's a different.
yeah, we'll talk about that
We'll
later.
talk about that later.
But we were very like Christian.
We were very Christian, but me and Laura had this secret understanding that like, okay, we both
Like we know.
we know
Things are hot.
things are hot, and we both know that we don't skip over 5 seconds of summer smut if it comes across our dash.
Oh no!
Oh,
It's on my
no.
Wattpad.
Check out this Imagine that. I'm not gonna scroll.
I mean, might as well just finish it. I don't want to lose my spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we had this like
we
secret
knew.
understanding of each other. We're like, we never discussed it until later, but then
Yeah.
we're like, oh, okay, yeah, we were both just horny and weird
we were
too.
both. Yeah.
So, but in a moment of sleepy weakness, I like E.T. put up a weird finger
Little
from the
finger.
ground while Laura's sitting up watching the movie, and I said, can you wake me up when they're whipping Will Turner?
And I was like, okay.
Okay.
'Cause I never seen the movie before.
Spoiler.
And
you did.
and I was like, I was like, Katrina, wake up.
Katrina, wake up. He took his shirt up and they're hurting him. Wake up. You gotta see this.
And we watched it, and then after that, I think I went to bed too. Because
Yeah.
I was tired.
Yeah. And then we also watched Tremors on that
Yeah,
trip.
because why did we watch Tremors?
Okay, this is...
We
watched Tremors. Okay, what happened was, we had a bacon camp out
Yeah.
earlier that year.
Yes.
And we were supposed to watch Tremors starring Kevin Bacon. But the projector didn't work. So then we watched Pirates of the Caribbean, not Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest. Because that's the one where they whip him and he's on the ship with the fish people. We also watched Tremors because we just had that one in our projector
repertoire.
bag. So we watched Tremors, which is not that good of a movie.
It's weird. I don't remember that one at all. I fell asleep.
It was like bad. But because it was starring Kevin Bacon, we have a Bacon theme weekend.
Yeah,
so
no, I remember that.
Yeah.
I just was like, why? I knew the connection. I was like, why did we watch it then? Projector didn't work.
Yeah. So, yeah. So then we also had bought lots of candy.
Yeah.
During this trip.
So during the movie, before we fell asleep, we're eating the candy.
Yeah, that we had bought while we were on the Strand.
At La King's.
Yeah.
The beautiful saltwater taffy.
Lots of saltwater taffy.
And it's before dinner. Was it before dinner?
Well, no, this was, we woke up
Was it?
the next day.
Oh, next day.
Because
Okay.
we had the candy out while we were watching the movie.
Yeah, so we're eating it. We're like,
and we weren't on breakfast duty
no.
for that morning.
Yeah. So we were chilling.
The other girls were making breakfast casseroles. We were chilling, waiting for breakfast because we were on dish duty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're chilling. We're eating our little candy. We're living life. Okay,
Yeah.
we're just waking up.
Mm-hmm.
And our troop leader had one phrase that when she said, you knew you were in trouble.
Yeah.
You knew you were about to get your ass handed to you.
Not like she wouldn't not actually touch us, but like you were
about to get red.
Well, you might get like your wrist grabbed and dragged away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was holy freaking cow.
If you heard that, you were in trouble.
You were praying. You did the
You
sign of
were
the
like,
cross. You were like,
oh my god.
nothing can save me now.
I screwed up. Oh boy.
So there we are, eating our candy, minding our business. It is like 8 in the morning probably.
Yeah, it is 8 in the morning.
All right,
we are very impressionable young women. We're like 13 or 14.
Yeah, we're young.
Oh, we're like 14.
14ish. We're young.
Yeah.
We've eaten so much. We have wrappers all over our
We do have little saltwater taffy wrappers around in us.
And all we hear is holy freaking cow.
Will you girls stop eating? And
whoa. Ma'am. If we were
girl, if
we didn't have a
healthy relationship with food, that moment would have destroyed us.
Would have been bad because already we're big.
We were already.
I'm like probably 5'8" at this point.
Oh, you're probably 5. No, because this was.
I was actually
14.
14. I'm probably 5'10".
You were 5'10", 5'11". No, because I was 5'9" in 8th grade.
Okay, yeah, I was probably 5'10" then.
You were like 5'10",
5'11".
5'11".
So we're big.
We're big.
That would have destroyed me.
That would have killed us. Like, we would have just been like,
Instant.
all right, here's my eating disorder. Thanks.
Like, it was very intense.
We could not believe we were getting yelled at for eating candy on a trip.
That we paid for.
That we paid for.
We paid for the trip. We paid for the candy.
Leave us
All we
alone.
wanted to do is, like, have some candy. And we
Oh.
were being shamed.
And, you know what? I also was doing this weird bit where I was singing...
both of us.
Both of us were singing that Beyonce song, but we were singing it weird or something.
Yeah,
we're like,
because
I've been drinking water. We wouldn't say watermelon because we were just reminding girls to stay hydrated.
We're just doing an act of service. So she was mad at us.
She was
the
mad at
whole
us because
trip.
she was like, y'all are pretending to be drunk. But then another girl bought candy cigarettes and it wasn't a problem.
Yeah,
and
another girl, and she was pretending to smoke them.
And she was pretending to smoke. I was like, whoa, me saying in a slightly drunken slur that we should drink water.
I've been drinking
water.
That's it. And
That's
she
it.
And she was like, you know what? No,
No.
this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
So that was way too intense. Too much energy for 8 in the morning on a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
After we had just paid for our trip and our candy, and we just wanted to enjoy a little bit.
Yeah. And after I made you wake me up to watch a little bit of PG BDSM.
Yeah, it was PG 13.
PG BDSM
I mean,
at the Girl Scout trip. Uh-oh. That's a bad
ooh,
sentence.
ooh,
Oh.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I guess that's
That was the Galveston trip. That trip is super funny. Girl Scouts was weird.
Girl Scouts was weird. Girl Scouts was fun.
Girl Scouts was weird. Girl Scouts was fun.
It had such an interesting impact on my life.
What's so funny is that, there's the parts of it that are like the real college sellers. Like, oh, I got my gold award.
Yeah,
I worked for 60 hours by
80.
myself. Oh, yeah, well, that's silver, yeah. I worked for 80 hours by myself leading a project that is going to sustain the community forever and ever, and here's why it's going to continue to serve the community even after I'm long gone.
Yeah.
That's what we had to do, and that's like the college stuff. That's not the stuff we'd remember or talk about that
No.
affected us. What affected me was my mom's car battery dying as I was hitting the pavement in a cold February wearing a fleece and a goddamn vest full of badges.
What affected me was us sleeping in the Houston Museum of Natural Science, not once but twice.
Yeah, sleeping
Giving
on
a presentation about magnetism.
Oh yeah, what the hell? Literally Girl Scouts, the stuff, the cookie selling and like, oh, you learn business or whatever. Yeah. And
But we would sleep in the weirdest places.
they would let groups of girls sleep on the floor of the Houston Aquarium next to the tigers,
Next to the white tigers.
and then they would let us sleep at the goddamn Natural Science Museum.
Yeah, which
And
is
just
a
so we
huge
would
museum.
Get up the next day and give scientific presentations all day about the electromagnetic spectrum.
Yeah.
Why? What
What were we doing?
What were we doing? Do I remember anything about the electromagnetic spectrum? Not
No.
really.
But I just remember I was like, we're in the museum.
Oh.
And then we slept next to a mummy.
Yeah, we did sleep next to him.
That was cool.
That's freaky. So like that's the stuff we remember.
It's always the weird stuff.
It's the weird stuff. We remember almost developing an eating disorder based off of one holy freaking cow.
It was just
brutal.
The intensity she said it with.
Buckshot.
Girl.
I was
it was way too intense.
way too intense. 8:00 in the morning. I'm gonna eat my candy. It's camp. No
It's
rules. Leave me
yeah.
alone. We're on dishwashing duty. Don't talk to us until we have to wash dishes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But anyway.
Yeah. So the stuff that you write in a college essay, be like, "I was a Girl Scout. And I served the community." That's not
that's good.
Whatever.
That you did that.
Yeah.
Serve your community.
I'm sure I learned something running a but that's not actually what makes me
weird
or like memorable.
yeah.
Or memorable. Like
it's the weird campouts.
it's the weird
girls.
It's the weird campouts. It's the weird interactions. It's the weird dynamics between a troop leader and like yourself. And this person has known you only when you were awkward preteen and only has seen you get more annoying and bold.
Yeah. Yeah. And then towards the end, she just gives up.
Towards the end, there was no authority sort of
It's
dynamic.
like, I know
she
who
gave
you
up.
are.
She knew
I've
us so
known
carnally.
you almost my whole life.
Yeah. And she knew what we were like in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't care anymore.
Towards the end, she was like, do whatever.
Do whatever.
As long as you don't get hurt,
Do whatever.
do whatever.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was really fun.
Cutting loose. Oh, whenever we literally just like we got older and we forgot that you were supposed to ask permission to do things in Girl Scouts, and we just like we're like, oh, we want s'mores after dinner, a dinner that we cooked by ourselves and like with very limited resources.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were like, oh, we want s'mores now. So like me, 3 or 4 girls, we went outside and built a fire and started making s'mores.
It was awesome.
And then our troop leader came out and she's like, you guys still have to tell me if you're gonna light stuff on fire. Like, I understand that y'all can do it without any sort of help, but like y'all gotta still tell me.
And we're like, come on, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I get it. But also, bro.
What was so funny is that I remember freshman year of high school,
Mhm.
once again, Girl Scouts was not cool starting in 6th grade.
Oh,
Freshman
yeah.
year of high school, we come back from a camp out, and there was we did a lot of fire building and had a lot of, because it was, cold outside because we only camped in the winter. I remember I lost my voice singing JT's Suit and Tie.
Suit and tie. Around the fire.
Around the fire, and I sounded super sexy and sounded like Jennifer Lawrence for the whole week, and that was super fun.
Yeah.
But like, what the hell? I'm a high schooler, and I lost my voice singing campfire songs, but not even campfire songs. I was singing Suit and Tie, which had been an old song for like a year at that point.
At that point, it was it
Or
ran
2
its
years.
course.
Yeah, it was not cool anymore. Like, what?
We were just doing whatever.
We were truly...
But I do love Girl Scouts. So many memories.
Yeah.
And the thing is like, once you've been in it and like you know it, you can make fun of it all you want.
Yeah. You cannot make fun of it from the outside.
Yeah,
Like, shut
if
up.
you're from the outside,
And you're like, oh, that sounds lame. Shut up.
no.
Also, we've been talking for a while. We haven't even touched on, like, the archery, the axe throwing, the spear throwing.
The spear throwing.
The knife throwing. Like,
the weapons
the
part.
weapons part.
So
the boating, the swimming, the canoeing, the kayaking.
injuries that have happened.
The rock sliding.
Oh, rock sliding,
the climbing, the Hunger Games themed tag, the hiking. Oh, so much.
So many memories. But I think this is where we're gonna call the episode.
Yeah, I think we might have to call it. We might come back to Girl Scouts if we
Just
think of some other crazy stories.
We do have some, but
we have some more.
if you have
Any questions
or any specific comment about Girl Scouts, let us know.
Let us know and we'll explore it. And this is not even touching on, like, is Girl Scouts even still around anymore?
Yeah, like, what's going on with Girl Scouts?
I'm like, I don't like the gender with scouting and all the Boy Scout trouble stuff.
Yeah.
Well, we're not even touching that.
I don't even know.
We
I
had
don't
a
know
good
about
time
that.
and we're out. So
Yeah, so y'all take care with that one.
Y'all take care. If I had a kid and Girl Scouts was still around, I'd make her do it.
Yeah. I think yeah.
Yeah.
Builds character. I hope you really enjoyed. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope we made you smile.
Yeah.
Laugh a little brighter.
Yeah.
Laugh a little brighter.
Laugh a little brighter.
If you could do us a favor and rate us 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening to, that would be really, really amazing. It would really help us out. And yeah, we just really appreciate it.
Yeah,
so,
thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Have a great one. Take care, y'all. Bye.
Bye.